page is it? Alright, can't find anything I'm looking for as usual. Oh, good morning folks for June 30th. Or not June, July 30th. This first video, part of this video is going to be for Susan Getz 9202. She asked me a very interesting question in video comments the other day. She says, why do you have a cart in your apartment? That was a grocery cart. I don't know if you watched that video completely. But the grocery cart was in my apartment because I was taking... See, I had just come from Super One Foods. I just went grocery shopping and spent almost $300 and some dollars. In this building I live in, they have carts down on first floor. Most of them keep the carts in their apartment. They're not supposed to, so they can be available on first floor. So people like me that go grocery shopping have a cart that's available on first floor, so I can bring my food up to my apartment. I also live in a 12-story apartment building, 16 apartments on each floor, and you go from 3rd floor up to 12th. So you go every floor from 3rd up to 12, 16 apartments on every floor. That's how many apartments we have here. I think it's 192 apartments or something like that. So when you go grocery shopping, instead of, you know, hauling everything by hand up from first floor up to... I live on 8th, and there's 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 floors above me. So you got your food, and you get into the parking lot, you pull up to the front of the building, you walk into the building, grab a grocery cart, turn it around, go back outside, put your groceries in the grocery cart. And I had like 6-7 bags of food. Then you take that cart, turn it back around, you go back inside, you go into the elevator. Yeah, we have 2 elevators, a small one and a big one. Everybody hates the small one. I can see why, it's kind of small. You get a grocery cart in the small one. You ain't anybody else in that elevator. Unless it's a very, not even then. No, you're the only one that can fit in the elevator, in the small elevator. It's just you and the cart in the small elevator. In the big elevator, the cargo elevator, you can have the cart, you can have a mountain bike, and you have 3 other people in the elevator. That's in the big cargo elevator. That's what people move their furniture in and out with, is the bigger elevator. So I hope that answers your question, Susan. My cart was in the cart, it's not mine, but the grocery cart was in my apartment because I was unpacking my groceries, and the easiest way to do that, the quickest way to do it, is, like I said, you grab a grocery cart from first floor, go out to your car, or truck, or whatever you're driving, put all the groceries and whatever in the cart, and then it's just in one trip. You can go up the elevator to your apartment, unpack everything, then you take the cart, go back to first floor, put the cart back on first floor, which is where it's supposed to be. I'm going to show you guys something. Let's see if I can get away with this. Let's just see if I can do this. Just hang on. Yeah, I think I can. Yes, I'm a NASCAR fanatic. That's why that NASCAR thing is on my door. There's my loving neighbor, Gary. Two elevators. Big elevator. Big elevator. Small elevator. Here's our bulletin board. This is for the HRA staff only. If they want to put something up there or we need to take notice of something, this is where it goes. This is our balcony. We're having some work done on our parking lot tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, the next couple of weeks. That green grass area right next to that blue car, to the left of it, that's all going to disappear. We're going to have 6 parking spots for visiting. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That center island. See, where am I? Yeah, that center island right there. I think they're going to take that out. So we may be able to have 7 parking spots. So there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that might work. So we can watch all the football games and baseball games for free. When they have a baseball game or a football game or track, we get to watch it for free. Then sometimes we do that. We sit out here and we watch the football game, or if there's a late night softball game, we watch that. But yeah. And the reason for the bars on the balcony? Well, yeah, it looks displeasing. It doesn't look nice to look at. But there's a reason for it. Those bars are there because unfortunately we've had jumpers in the past. We've had jumpers. About 7 years ago, I witnessed one of them. Do you ever see a person flying out of a building, out of a window? I mean, the guy was intoxicated, yes. We don't know the full story. All I know is I saw him up there hanging halfway out the window, and he was on, what, 9th floor? 10th floor, maybe? I'm not sure. You know, obviously heavily intoxicated. And he took one of his shelf speakers, or whatever it was, he took it, he shoved it down at me, and I just stepped aside. I looked up at him, and I said, "Missed." And I told him I wasn't going to deal with him, and I walked away to the 2nd floor balcony. The next thing I know, I look over, and I see this flailing body coming down and hit the bench. We don't know if the guy jumped. We don't know if he was pushed out of the apartment. We don't know. But that's why there's bars on the windows, is to prevent jumpers. Even though that guy fell out of his or someone else's apartment. So that's the sad thing about living in places like this, is you unfortunately see things. We haven't seen that now for 10 years, maybe 9, 10 years. But that's why the bars are on the balconies, is to prevent people from doing that. So now if someone wants to, they have to go to someone's apartment, take the windows out, take the screen out, and then hopefully we have no more of that. God. And that's why we have the bars on the balcony. You don't get the perfect view that we're supposed to, but they had to do something. Oh, and they're also making a special area for the pets, because all the dogs around here are taking a crap wherever they want to. Well, now they're going to have a designated... This isn't going to work. Because the people in this building just aren't going to listen. But they're going to now have a designated dog area. There's only going to be one area where those dogs can go over and take a shit. I think that's kind of off down by over by the hill area. There's going to be a small area over there gated. They're going to have a fence around it. Well, that's where you're going to go and take your dog. And I think it's a dumb idea, but so there's a lot of things going to happen on the outside of the building. Parking, visitors, I believe they're adding 1 or 2 more parking spots. The center island, they're doing something with that. The center parking island in the parking lot, they're going to be doing something with it. Doing some work with the grass. They're all doing a whole bunch of things outside, so the outside will look different. The parking lot, I think, will be closed for at least 2 weeks. So let's go out and look at that sign again, because I think that's what it said is 2 weeks. I don't have a note to it myself. Yeah, the note's still there. Let's take a quick look at it and see what they said. I think they said 2 weeks. There will be a 1 to 2 week temporary shutdown of the parking lot of the middle island only. More details will come prior to this beginning. Floor 2 south patio will be temporarily closed while it is painted and coated. They did that a couple of years ago. There will be temporary closure of the portion of the grass area in the front of the north side of the building. That right there, I believe what they're talking about, I think. Is that area over there. See where those white pegs are? I think that's where they're talking about the north side. I think. I don't know. But I think that's where they're talking about. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place, but I am walking. So, there you go, guys. There you get to see my balcony, you get to see my hallway, you get to see the elevators, see a little bit of something different besides my apartment. So Susan, I hope that answers your question as to why did I have a grocery cart in my apartment. Now that I'm up to 15 minutes of jabbering. Tony Wallow. Still working on it. Still working on it. Still. See, the problem is, how they have one of these. I need 2 of these. so that I can have this one plugged into a USB port. Okay, it's USB C, and this one plugged in. Then, while this one's plugged into this, take another one of these. Almost dropped it. Go to 500. I only have one of these. So my options are, and I don't like my options, and I will probably do that, is I will probably, and I don't want to, I will probably put these back on my computer in the bedroom. I don't want to do it that way, but I probably will. I've just got nowhere else to put them, because I can't take the videos from here and put them on here, or put them on here without putting them on a different computer first and then transferring them to another solid state drive, because I don't have another one of these. See, I've had two of these, then all this would be done. But I only have one of these, three of these. Now you can see where the problem is. I need to get another one of these, probably two of them. We'll probably try to sneak onto Amazon and order one, even though I'm going to get a phone call for doing that. But I'll risk it anyhow. Risk getting into trouble so I can get another one of these, so I can get my solid state drives organized. And I've got another 2 or 3 drives, the 250 gig. I can't find them. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So that's the dilemma I'm in at the moment. But then you're probably noticing I have 2 or 3 computers around here. I have a laptop, and I have my desktop, my other desktop computer. It's sitting in there. There's my laptop, my new one. So why don't I just take all my videos and everything, take them from here and put them on my laptop or my desktop. Because for one thing, I don't want thousands and thousands of gigabytes of written to my hard drive on my laptop. So I try not writing anything to that drive. I could probably put them on my desktop in here. My issue with that is when I switch that over to Windows 11, which yes, I am switching over to Windows 11. I don't want to, but I'm going to. I'll lose all my data when I put Windows 11 on it, because I'm not going to go through the Microsoft way of having them put Windows 11 on my computer. You won't lose any data that way if they do it. But if I do it and I format the drive, all the videos that are out here will be on that computer. If I format that drive to put Windows 11 on it, that drive, all the videos are gone. So why put the videos and other content that I have on these drives on that computer? Makes no sense. I'd have to take them right back off again, because oh no, where'd that go might as well take this out of the package. It's an 8 gig USB. But anyhow, out. Windows 11 will be on this 8 gig SAM data drive. I think that's what these are called. 8 gig. I'll put Windows 11 with Rufus on it somehow. Not sure exactly how to do that process of putting Windows 11 on here properly with Rufus. I've never done it that way. The way I usually do 11 is, and this is doing it completely wrong. At least I think it is. Is I just switch it over with a USB and I don't change anything. So my hard drives are on MBR, because the way I do it is I just take Windows 11, or what I did with Windows 10, I put Windows 10 on it, then plug it into the flash drive and download it. Well, what was happening with me is that was installing Windows 10 MBR instead of NTFS or whatever it is. I don't know. All of my computers, I think, are except the one in the bedroom. I don't think that's MBR. No, it isn't. I switched that one. No, that's not MBR. This one here is, this laptop is NTFS, I think. It might be NBR 2. Not the new laptop. I don't think they have that as NBR, but that's what happens when I install. That's why I don't want to install Windows 11, because I don't want to go back to MBR. And that's how I usually do it, because people don't care. Oh, just install Windows 11. We don't care how it turns out. Just install it. So I do. I take Windows 11, stick it in the drive, and hit go. I make no changes to the computer at all. So that's why they are probably all running on. No, I don't do it that way. That way I call Bob and I call Nate and I said, how do I get these things off MBR? You have to do this, then you have to do that, then you have to reboot, you go back to this, do this, and then reboot again, and then hold this button while doing it. Then that's how you get into however you're supposed to do the format for Windows 11, which I never do. I just stick the flash drive in and hit go. I shouldn't do it that way. I should do it the right way, but Jim, you're gonna have to remind me of how to do Jim KJ3N or something like that. We're gonna have to have a talk with a third person involved. Maybe you, me, and Ken, or maybe you and Ken or somebody can get Windows 11 with Rufus is what you put on these things. I've never gotten Rufus to work. I've always gotten warnings out of it, and that's why I don't do it that way. That's why I take the Rufus out of it and I just install Windows 11 MBR, because when I do the Rufus ID, see, that's why I'll be able to do it right with your advice, Jim, but when I do it myself, with no one watching me, it still reverts back to MBR and all the Windows 7, Windows XP settings, instead of the settings I'm supposed to have for Windows 11. It doesn't work. So maybe Jim or Ken or somebody, we can get Windows 11 on Windows 11 Pro, mind you. I'm not doing Windows Home anymore. Sorry, guys. I know there's Windows Home lovers out there. Well, I'm not doing the home versions anymore. I know it's stupid for a home user to use the Pro version, but there are reasons why I'm going after Windows Pro, Windows 11 Pro, instead of Home. There's just reasons. There's things that I can change in Windows 11. The group policy editor, for one thing. You can't change anything or a lot in Windows Home. When you go to Windows 11 Pro, that's a whole new world. I can change anything, everything. So that's my reason for going to Pro, is the policy editor. You can't change it in Windows Home. But all the Pro versions, really? All the Pro versions, I believe, there's more options, better things you can do with Windows 11 Pro than you can do with Windows 11 Home. So, that's what I'm going to do. But for right now, holy crap, this is a 27-minute video. Oh my god. Yeah, I've got to do some editing. Yeah, that's my daily update. My daily update with all kinds of drives, all kinds of a mess. I don't know what to do with it all. I know what I want to do with this Windows 11 Pro with Rufus. Somehow, Ken, maybe you can talk to Jim, and Jim, maybe you can tell Ken, and then Ken can advise me how to do it, because like I said, I tried to put Windows with Rufus and I get errors, and you can't do this and can't do that, and that's why I do it my way, and I just stick in the thumb drive and hit go. Even though it comes out MBR and all the Windows XP settings from way back then, it works. It will work on MBR, even though technically you're not supposed to have it on MBR, but mine are, and they work. All except one. I think I successfully switched the one from in the bedroom from MBR to whatever else it's supposed to be. NTF, whatever. I'm not really a software person. I don't like dealing with software. I like dealing with hardware, like I said the other day. I'd rather deal with the hardware part of stuff. Than the I'll do hardware before I do software. And Rufus and doing this, that's all software stuff. I'll leave that to somebody else. The hardware stuff, I'll do that all day long. Hardware, I have no interest in it. That's why I install Windows 10 and Windows 11 MBR, because to do the rest of it takes a software. I don't want to do software. I just want to stick in the thumb drive, hit go, and it installs Windows however it installs it. It works, but it's not set up the way they're supposed to be. So, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. For my home computers, mind you. Business? No, I have a written sheet as to how to. I can't do it the way I do it in businesses, the way I do it at home. And the way they do it at home and businesses in the corporate world, it's all downloaded and come in from other computers, and I just go in and hit two buttons, hit the enter button or whatever, and it's all automated. Nothing's automated here, folks. Everything I gotta do is I gotta do it by hand, which is why I don't know how to really do a lot of things, because with businesses everything's automated. I walk in, hit one button, everything's done for me. Here there is no one button to hit and it does everything for me. I have to do everything myself. The manual stuff in businesses, yeah, I have to do, like doing this. I hook hard drives up, then I hook this up. The physical stuff I can do, but for the rest of it, it's all automated. Like I said, just hit one button and everything's done. And then there's other offices where I have to do everything, which if I have to install Windows, I usually call Nate or I call Bob and say, I got 3 computers over here that need Windows reinstalled. You guys come over here and do it because I ain't gonna. Mine always come out MBR and things that they're not supposed to. So with that, guys, I am going to go. I was hoping maintenance would have been here by now. I have a couple of things for them to look at, but they're not here, so I'm gonna go. Probably sit here for the rest of the day, board off my, because I'm waiting for maintenance to show up. There's things I gotta point out to them. I have to physically show them what to do because things have to get moved and things have to get rearranged for him to do what he wants to do. But with that, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Hope you all have a great day. Sorry for the long Talking Heads video, but it happens. I'll try to keep them shorter from now on. I'll try to keep them down to 10 minutes, but you know me, once I start talking, then I get diarrhea of the mouth and I just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Alright, I'm gonna go. You guys have a good day and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.